Good evening and welcome to Conversations with Segun. My name is Segun Manuel and I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. This is the 21st day of the month of July, and this whole month of July has been an exciting month for us. On the first week of July, we had Jimmy Tewe here. The second week, we had Bishop Feb Idausa. That was the last week on Tuesday. Today, we have my friend and sister, a dynamic business person in the house, Omawumi Ogbe, as in continuation of our Jolly July, like I usually would call it. Welcome to everyone watching. If you're watching right now, please let me know where you're watching from. I see some people already watching. You're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Put in a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Say hi. Let me know if you watched last week, what you thought about last week's edition of the program. I was really excited. The Bishop of the Youth, the Bishop of the Nigerian Youth, like he was called on the program, like we named him on the program, Bishop Febby Dawsa was here. It was really an exciting conversation. We would today be continuing that conversation, especially around this COVID area. I want to hear you. I want to know where you're watching from. I want to see you. I see when me Rigoye, wonderful, welcome all the way from the UK, I guess. Yes, she says she's watching on Facebook. I'm greeting. Welcome, my Dr. Wemi. How are you doing? Welcome to the program. All right, my brother and friend Favour Goma says I'm live here. Conversations with Segun. He's live on YouTube. I like for everyone watching right now, wherever you're watching, please do kindly share. Don't start the watch party yet. Share. If you start the watch party, people can comment. But if you share, people on your timeline can comment. They can see it and they can also comment, and we can see their comments here. So do share that button on Facebook, on YouTube, on wherever you're watching from. Share it right now. I see some more people are joining. Magbe told you, hi, I'm watching on Facebook. Thank you. Welcome. How you doing, bro? Bernard Ashekboy, all the way from Escravos. It says Facebook, I'm watching from Wari. Good to see you, Bernard. How are you doing today? How's it going? How is the rain at your end? It's raining season. Like they say in Yoruba land, a cool Joe. You know, Yoruba has greetings for everything. So even rain, they have greetings. By the way, who likes my new look? I'm looking very different from how I have new haircut, new style. If you like it, say you like it in the comment section. But today we're looking at opportunities. I have to find opportunities in the midst of the crisis. The COVID has been wonderful. That's the only way I'm going to say it. The COVID has been wonderful. It's been all forms of different things, but somehow we have been able to find our way around. Thank you for all of those of us who are joining now. Please, if you're just joining, share to your contacts. Let them know that we're here. Also, put in a comment. I want to see your comments in the comment section. Also, finally, what I want you to do, those of us watching, if you have not already liked the page on YouTube, you can already subscribe to the page on YouTube. Please go subscribe immediately so that you can always see us when we come on live. All right. If you've not liked the page on Facebook, go do that now. Like the page, then you will get feedback and details. Bolaji Kanjuni, welcome, my brother. It says watching live from Wafi Town. Well done. How you doing, brother? How's the COVID at your end? But not to take any further time, because we have 30 minutes tonight, I'm going to bring my guest all the way from Lagos. This lady has been a wonderful connection for me. First time I had the Delta Mega Youth Summit, my big guest, one of the big guests I brought that night, Lanro Lushola, she did all the connect. Omawumi Ogbe. We grew up in the city together, went to same church, did a lot of things together, worked in the same TV station, you know, together while I was presenting. But she moved to Lagos. I went to the Lagos Business School. Started doing a lot in the media scene. Worked around Jerusalem. She's a certified coach. There's so much more to her, but I don't want to go describing. I want to bring her on because there's no more time. Let me bring my sister into the studio, Omawumi Ogbe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Omawumi. How are you today?
I'm fine. Hello. Good evening.
Fantastic. Good to have you.
Right back. Great to see you. Hello, everybody.
I was just sharing before I brought you in live on stage now. I was just sharing that you grew up in my city, and
yes,
how how we used to work in the studio together in that station, African Broadcasting Network. And
Yes.
you move from there, and now you are in Lagos. You are in the media space doing so much, not just as a media person, but you are also a certified coach. And there's also a lot of things you are doing around emotional intelligence. And talk to us. Let my audience know you.
Okay, yes, like you said, even in at the ABN, it was my introduction. Not really, was it? I first, got into media as a teenager at summer camps, and we would, start like the radio. Hey, Ogbe, good to have you here, all the way from Dublin. Thank you for joining. Okay, yeah, so I got into media seriously. I wanted to become a medical doctor. I already knew what I was going to study as, the specialization and all those things. I'm so sure I was going to be, a gynecologist and stuff like that, reading all the books. However, jam jammed me. And the time I got admission to go to IFE to go and study medicine, OAU was my dream school. And I was like, man, this school, they're always striking. So I'm just going to go to another school. And I studied applied microbiology and brewing. And when I finished, I wanted to go back to do my master's in public health. And then they did not give me admission, said I didn't submit my O levels, which was false because I submitted, I was just upset. And I said, you know what, I'm going to get a job. And I applied for African Broadcasting Network, and they gave me, the job, and it was really just thrown into the deep. My first job, it was a leadership role, as programs director, and that got me into media, and it was great. It was a hard work, and like I was working like I don't know if you was a dog, but I think it was a great foundation because it really helped me, to get the foundation that I have today. I have the knowledge of, production, knowledge of directing, of writing scripts and creating all those programs, which sort of come in handy for me in my work today because I work with a lot of clients who are also creating content for the media, and I'm helping them. It's not so easy to find someone in PR and communications who also has TV knowledge, production knowledge, how to direct, how to edit, and say, cut like this, do like this. So it's sort of like, a whole lot in one, and so, hey, Arenda Newton, great to see you here. Thank you all for connecting. And so, yeah, so it was great. I think it's just your first job. It's important to, look for something that will give you experience. Don't forget about the money. Not like money is not good, money is good, but look for a job that will challenge you and throw you into the deep end and give you all the experience that you need, because you're definitely going to need it, later in life.
So I want you to talk about moving to Lagos. What was the impetus? What made you move, and how was it when you moved? How did you now connect to the guys you connected with? I was just sharing about how you led to Larisola and all.
Oh,
so what was that trip? What happened?
Yeah, so I mean, I was always, in Lagos. I would always be here. I practically sort of lived in most parts of Nigeria. I just love to travel and go stay somewhere part-time and really just get all the experience that I can get. And so once I got sort of burnt out of, creative people, I got really tired. It wasn't no challenge, no new thing. And I got tired and I wanted to do something else. And so I went to manage a business for someone. And then I went to really luxury, business and got into that space. And then I went back to school. I saw this ad in the paper and I went back to school to study media and communications. That was at the Pan-Atlantic University. Most people just call it Lagos Business School, School of Media and Communications, because I was already in, like the media line. However, this is now communications, PR, and all those things. I also majored in journalism at the school. And so that was what, brought me to come and stay permanently in Lagos. And at first it wasn't easy because I was here. I used to work. The first time, once I had resigned from my job, I sort of just went haywire and use my money to be traveling, shopping, and doing all those kinds of business things. And so when I went back to school, I used to really just depend on my parents, to send me money. I was doing stuff, but I mean, it wasn't a lot. So yeah, it was a bit tough, but it wasn't bad. I met great people. And so to do like this job that I'd done, it wasn't planned. It sort of chose me. It's a bit cliche, but it chose me because whilst I was doing my corporate internship at an advertising agency, I practically forced that man to give me the job because I heard him speak at one of our he came to the school to speak. He's an alumni, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to work here. And I told the man, you have to give me this internship position, And once I was there, I found that they didn't have like a brochure, they didn't have social media pages, they didn't have all those things. And I started, creating all that for them. And one day he called me, he went to a conference in the US and he called me from there and he was like, "Mom, you know what? You are a digital communication strategist. This is what you are." Just the way like Jesus told Peter and said, "Well, Peter, upon this rock, I will do that kind of thing, and really it was just opportunities, just seeing things that where there was need, I wanted to create all those things. And in doing that, I was also increasing my own value and increasing my knowledge as well, opening up, then social media wasn't so huge, especially here in Nigeria. And so, we're doing all those things. That was what really put me in there. And then I lost my dad. And when I lost my dad, it sort of was like a wake-up call for me. And I'm like, you know what? I was going to go into partnership with this person. And he said, oh, we can't do this thing. I took time off. I took that time to mourn and just stay away, And when I came back, it was like, oh, we can't do this anymore, into this job and all that stuff. So I went to start a company with a friend of mine, my very good friend, and we started this communications company. We were so, like, oh, we're going to do major communications, create brand strategy, this, that. We went to Asaba, to government house, we're going to meetings, big dreams and all those things. And then what a bit. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going back to Lagos to, start my work. And that was it really. And a friend of mine who, she, just called me and said, there's this person, I want you to meet him and help him manage his brand, and she just, I went for the meeting. A lot of things that he was asking me to do. Some of them I could not do, but I'm like, oh yeah, sure, why not? Why not? I went back home, sat down, and just, I didn't even have a corporate account at the time. It was like, oh, he's going to give me this check. I charged him a fee, correct fee, and gave me the check. And I looked at it. I went to the bank, opened, all that, and paid the money in. And that was how I just went straight in. It was, an opportunity. I was also going through a chaos that time, a personal chaos, losing my dad. And at the time, my father was my breadwinner.
Was your ATM?
It was my ATM, even though I was doing stuff for myself. But yeah, so I had to just, get him. But my friend pushed me. She pushed me. She gave me that opportunity to do that. She sort of inspired me to really go into my own business. And so yeah, that was how it started.
Fantastic. I'm going to bring you back. You've gone really deep into the conversation, but I'm going to bring you back.
Okay.
All of this was going on before COVID-19 came. We didn't prepare for COVID-19. Nobody had a clue. Nobody knew we're going to stay at home for 4 months without doing anything. What happened to all of this that you started during the COVID? Jimmy Taylor was here and he told us that he's making more money even in the midst of the COVID. Mm-hmm. Did you make more money?
I don't know if I would say I made more money, but I will tell you that I've been working more. So when people say, I just been sitting down reflecting. I have this time off to chill. I'm like, oh my God, who are these people? I wish, it's not been that for me. It's been work. We just, because, we are working with different, clients, and we provide this PR, that's the public relations. There's also digital media management, digital media services, and then with the traditional PR, and then there's digital aspect. For me, it was very important to be able to have a multimedia approach, not just one aspect of PR. And most people really have digital, this time, and so that sort of helped us because there were a lot of events, a lot of things that have been booked, they were cancelled. So imagine if we were just doing traditional, it could have been major problem for us. However, because there was a digital aspect, we were able to do that, and we were able to pivot a lot of things. So events, even we had to. I have one of my clients who hosted a book launch on Instagram. We've done events. I told a client just when the whole thing started, I'm like, you know what? Let's host a conference. A conference. These are like, who's going to sit down for 4 hours doing a conference? No, we have different aspects, and people would, sign up for the different events, part of it that they like, different topics, different, speakers that they want to listen to. And guess what? People are actually sitting down now, and it was like, no, but, so we've done so many virtual events between March, let's say between April 1st and now, it's been a whole lot. I would say, you know what, after today, I'm just going to take a break and rest. But guess what? It's not happened yet. So when I complain and say, the work is too much, I'm grateful to God for the opportunity to be able to have work in this time, because it's not so for many people.
So true, so true, so true. It's really not so for so many people. There are businesses that can't go online. Bishop Feb, when he was here, he said, you don't necessarily have to have an internet business, but you must have a business that you can sell on the internet.
For sure, so, yes. Very important.
He alluded to that when he was here. And so we are looking at people now listening, people following, saying, look, whether your business is not an internet business, it can be sold on the internet. So you have to be on the internet. You have to have something on the internet. I was talking with someone in Canada about the possibilities of him coming. He's a professor in one of the universities in Canada, about the possibilities of him being on this program.
Yeah.
Sent him a mail, said, yeah. In fact, he responded immediately and said, okay, he think about it. In a few hours, he responded again and said, I want to be on this program because I have seen your videos, exciting videos you have. I didn't send him a link. So what that means is that he has gone to do due diligence. He has checked out my name. He has checked out links. He has checked out.
Yeah.
He just went back and saw all the videos. He's seen that this is not the first time. He's seen that this guy is consistent in this. He has listened to one or two of the conversations and he has said, oh, fantastic. He responded again and said, I would want to be on this. Give me a time.
Yeah, amazing stuff.
I've shared that to say, coming to the question I'm going to ask, I've shared that to say, we were talking before we came on air, and I was telling you that the internet has removed the gatekeepers, has removed the process. We worked in a TV station together, and in the TV station, there's the executive director, and the executive producer, there's the producer, there's director, there's cameraman,
cinematographers.
The fact that two of us are here now, at least we will have two cinematographers at the least.
Yes, because you need the single shot, you need the wide shot.
Exactly. So at least we need two cinematographers. We need one editor. And with the editor, the program is not going to come out the same day. If we produce today, the list will come out in the next 24 hours. With just one app, with just Zoom, with just StreamYard, with just one app on your phone, all of that has been compressed.
Yeah.
You can actually have a TV station, have a TV channel, have a TV program, without all that process. That's what the internet has done. That's what has happened in this season. And so my question is, I found the opportunity, brings me to the topic for today. I found this opportunity. Let me confess, I saw John Obidi do this on YouTube with Kunle Sorian. You know, I saw him do stuff like this, and I was excited. I was looking in Facebook and saying, this Facebook that is doing this, putting people's names, bringing comments, doing all the stuff. I need to know. You know, people don't share these kind of things easily. So I started looking out, I started testing, I started, you know, until I found my light is gone.
Yeah, that's
my light is gone, but I'll work on it. But you can see me though.
Yes, I can see you.
Okay, fantastic.
I can see it for sure.
So I found out, and I found this. And once I found this, you know, one way or the other, this work, I started getting people to come on. You know, now I can have guests from everywhere around the world.
Yeah.
I don't have to transport them. I don't have to bother about security. I don't have to bother about logistics. Sure. You are here, you are in Lagos. I'm sitting here in Warri, and you are here, we're doing this, and it's going on. How does a typical person in their different businesses recognize opportunities, even in this midst of crisis? You talked about yours just now, that you were doing traditional media, but digital marketing has helped you, even in this shutdown, to still be able to do something. How do people find opportunities? Over to you.
Yes, you know, that's great, because the thing is, this one thing people need to understand is that we are in the new normal, and the new normal is, this new normal is normal. If you don't know, we're already in post-COVID. You know, we write, oh, how will it be post-COVID? No, we are in post-COVID. It was my brother who had said something about that. You know what, we may be living with this COVID-19 the way we are living with malaria. And that woke me up in May, I think. That was when they said, oh, April, one of those months. And that woke me up like, you know what, if you are a business owner, you are a career person, or you know, when you are a leader, you can't be waiting. So many people that I know were waiting, saying, after COVID-19, you know, when we get back. And that what my brother said for me, he doesn't even know, but that thing just hits me like this, like a big slap, like wake up. So whatever it is that you're doing, you definitely can find a way to bring the digital aspect of it. You know, you definitely must, because this is what we have. We don't know. Yes, they're making headway with getting the vaccine. They're trying to get a cure, or even if they do get a vaccine, trust me, it's not going to get to you just now. It's not going to get the whole world just now. We're still going to be doing this. So you have to find a way that you can work from where you are and pivot whatever it is, whatever part of your business or your career, to make it work. My people, the people who work with me, everybody in my team, we were feeling like, you know, OGs. You know why? Because from start, I have been very interested in building a remote team. So what we used to do, everybody was working from different parts, you know, where they are, right? I have somebody who creates websites for me. I have never seen this guy till today, but we've done so much. We do, as in we've never seen physically, right? We will do talks and all those things, right? We'll do Zoom before now, or video calls and stuff like that. We've done a lot of business together, but I've never seen him, right? And so this thing did not affect us one way. The only way it affected was, physical event that people had booked, we canceled, and blah, blah, blah. But because we had that, right? So now you need to, everything you can do, there are opportunities, find a way. For example, look at Olushola Coaching Academy, for example. They do physical classes. The people would come and say, oh, guys, why? I need to come, and I'm in London, but I want to attend a class. I'm like, oh, this class is very experiential. You need to be able to take it in person, which is a good strength for the academy, because we had some people who come from America, Canada, and all these places to come and attend because of that uniqueness about it, right? However, right now, even with the whole lockdown cease, it's not safe to have, even if it's 20 people in the same place for 8 hours that they're learning, Okay, and so what do? You have to find a way to bring that experience to digital. You know, there's different tools. It's not just Zoom. I attended a conference, a Dell conference. I was able to network with people from all over the world, right, and meet people, right, and it felt like real, although it's not real, but they created different experiences, lounges for people to be able to wait, network rooms, all virtual. Everything you do physically now, find a way to bring that experience to digital. Find a way, keep the uniqueness that you have that sets you apart, right? But find a way to bring it to the digital world. There's so many. Imagine before now. So now in that class, they had the emotional mastery course just now that just finished. They had people from London, from America, from Brazil, all over the place, and a lot. Before now, the classes used to be so exclusive, 20 people, maximum 40, because they want, but now they had over 300 people registered for the class, right? And so you find that if you do, there's opportunity. For example, if I'm doing social media ads for any client, I'm not thinking Nigeria alone. I did an advert for a client who was doing a book writing competition, and we targeted people in Kigali, in Nairobi, you just think about the places where you feel people are going to resonate, with your message. Your message will resonate with them. People will be able to relate with this kind of message. So I was thinking, okay, Nairobi people, they're a bit techy, they like tech, they will be able to check where would they use a lot of internet, where can I target, where would people not see $50 as a big deal to pay, $100. In Nigeria, somebody may look at $200 as a big deal to pay, but in Europe or in America, it's small for them, So you want to be thinking like that, and you are strategically targeting all these people. You have social media adverts. You can do that and reach them. And guess what? People from Kigali, from Nairobi, all these places that I targeted for this advert for this person, they all responded and they submitted their writing competition from all over. And that opens you up to all people, because in 1973, Marshall McLuhan predicted that the world is going to be a global village. That was 30 years before the World Wide Web was created, right? So there are people he was thinking, he had seen this thing, right? But now we are really seeing it. We're seeing the actual global village. I was doing a client of mine was doing an Instagram live. And guess what? I reached out to someone in Miami and said, I want you to come on the show. She's a keynote speaker. She's spoken in big places and all these things. Sent her the pitch. And she said, why not? Sure. And she came on the show. You need to start thinking wide. Start thinking, rich people. You can. This whole thing, there's an opportunity. It's tough. We're not going to say, it's not been tough for people. There are a lot of businesses, even the ones that I admire in, other parts of the world, they're closing down. People are cutting, salaries. But you need to be looking out for the opportunities. There's so many people, trust me, people are making a lot of money right now, right? People are thinking we're not just thinking only Nigeria, only Lagos. Before now, if you want to do a physical class, you're thinking, okay, Lagos, you think, okay, maybe somebody in Ogun State, they can easily come, right? Or somebody in Ibadan, they can come. But right now, because you're doing it online, you are now opening it up to everybody in Nigeria. But you also need to be thinking, how can I bring a fresh experience for people? A different experience. That's what will make you stand out. Because digital is what we all have. It's noisy right now. It's saturated. But you have to think of the different experience, the unique thing that is about you that you're bringing to the table.
Fantastic. Omawumi, I'm not going to miss this. Now that you talked about all of this, I'm going to share this now. I'm having an online public speaking training. That's the flyer right there. You can see it on the screen. And it's all my trainings before had been inside the city of Warri. But right now, this is going to happen across. I'm expecting people to come from everywhere, very affordable, across Nigeria. People who have reached out to me before to say they want me to train them, they want me to come to that city. Now, I don't have to do all of that. We can sit down. I can sit down here on my dining table and reach out to every one of them. where they are with this training. And like you said, create an experience that people would definitely get something from. Most definitely. I just thought I should throw that in right now.
Very important, and I can attest to your speaking skills and your consistency. And so I know that it's a great program. Anyone who needs to learn how to, there's so many people, you don't necessarily have to become a keynote speaker somewhere. Even just learning how to make presentations at work, or now that we're all, on Zoom or something, it's different. You have to now learn all those things, right? Even people who do like hosting, for example, I've had to, get like hosts, people, moderators. You need to now learn a new way to host an event on Zoom or on another virtual platform, because the things have changed. The game is the same, but the rules have changed. The rules have changed.
It jumped on me when you were talking about your experience in AB and how it has helped you. Yeah. I didn't realize that it was what I learned from there, just being a presenter, that has helped me today, in knowing all of this, knowing the angles, where to stay, how the lighting should be mentioned and all. I didn't really realize until you mentioned that, oh, look, I couldn't really have done this as a novice in the media space without my experience, from. So I just said that to say that every experience does count at the end of the day.
Yeah. But you have to be very strategic right now, knowing what it is that you want because really there's no point wasting time just for the sake of it, If you're 16 or 17, you can just, it's great work, do short-term work and all those things. But even in the experience that you're getting, be strategic. Where is it that you want to be? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? Who do you want to be? And what do you want to be known for? So then you now use that in your experience. Even right now, if you're at home, maybe your job is giving you a lot of room now, you can look for something else and say, what is it that you want to be? And how can I maybe volunteer for something else and gain this experience or start writing or something like that, do that, be strategic, even in the experience that you're getting, so that it's able to not be some useless experience. That all experiences are good, right? But right now, be more strategic.
It must be in line with where you're going.
It should be in line with where you're going. Have a plan for yourself and know, who can I learn from? What do I need to learn? And what can I do at this time? Yes, so that's that.
All right. So let me take some comments from the comment section. Okus Obu says is watching from Benin. Fantastic.
Hey, Ada Nourishawo, I see you.
Michael Botu says welcome. So by the way, for those of us watching, if you have any question for Omawumi, we'll send. Yes, Ada Nourishawo says I'm watching from just a minute. I'm trying to get the comment on. It's like this sometimes.
I can see Bernard.
Hopefully I'm able to get it up. My network is now acting up, but anyhow, okay, fantastic. That's Ada right there. This is watching from job quarters. Yep. Bernard is right here. Who else is here? Osage
Alex
is also here. Well,
indeed, Akpase.
But anyhow,
Akpase.
Osage says good evening. Yes. Also, that's yes. Okay, that's Barry right there. Barry says keep up the good work. Fantastic. He also mentioned that consistency is key.
Very, very
consistency
important.
is key. So true. So true. So true. So true. Indeed, Akpase from Saple. Akpase says, good evening, sir. Just joining. Welcome. Also from Benin, Kalu Ubiti says, good evening, everyone. So fantastic. If anyone has a question.
Okay, I see Ogbe has a question. Ogbe says, how do you handle writer's block?
To be the right time to put in the comment.
There's a question here from Ogbe. It says, how do you handle writer's block?
So I'm going to ask a question while we're waiting for your questions to come.
There's a question here. Segun, can you hear me? There's a question. Okwen says, how do you handle writer's block? Yes. Hey, Treasure TK Kalu. Great to see you here. Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So I think
Go ahead, you can answer.
Writer's block really is sometimes you just need to take a break, right? Especially once you're in the creative industry. I would say go read something nice that you like. Yes, I'm answering that now. Read something that you like. Read something different from your maybe from your area of expertise, from your core area of expertise, and maybe watch TV. Just take a break, and come back. But sometimes it's really just also oftentimes it shows that maybe you have been doing too much. Today I was just thinking, oh my God, I think I've been written out. I don't know how to explain it because I keep writing. You keep writing. The more you go, the further you go, the more you write, regardless of where you are. You keep writing. And so the key is just keep writing and but take a break. Oftentimes it's just a sign that you need to take a break. Once there is that, writer block will come when you have inspiration, when there's a light bulb. So you want to maybe take a break from all those things and do something fun, watch something else, have a laugh, something that's different from your industry, read around, and then come back to it. But the key to even increasing your writing, to improving your writing, is to keep writing. Just keep writing. Okay, so Segun.
Go ahead, take the next question.
Yeah, okay, so what has been your source of encouragement over the years? Really, it's really just knowing what I want to achieve. I think it's very important to have goals, very important. I have always been, right from when I was in secondary school, my dad would give me a diary every new year to write, and then I'll write my goals for the year. Of course, I didn't understand the science and the psychology and the art of writing, of setting goals at the time, but I would just write my 10, it's usually 10 then. All right, if I go home, I'm sure I'll see all those diaries, I'll just write all the things I want to achieve. So it's important to write those things, write them down and put them where you want to see them. And then now go further. Just writing down is great because once you write it down, you're partnering with the universe to really bring it to pass for you. Really, it works, trust me. And then go a step further and have a plan. How do you want to achieve it? What are the things you need to do? Put a step to it. So that's sort of like a blueprint. Once you're discouraged, you can go back, create like an affirmation. Affirmations help, and say, I am strong. I can do this. That thing that you want, say it in present tense or in past tense, like it has already happened, and just encourage yourself, right? It's important, motivation, encouragement comes, there's two different ways. There's intrinsic and there's external. So you want to look at also building internal motivation for yourself and then using that to help, and stay around people who are, that's the external motivation, who you like, who you admire, or who are going to where you're going, so you want to go to them and they would encourage you. Have friends who can also encourage you. Because sometimes your tank may be empty and you need someone who can help you. So you need to be able to surround yourself with the people who can. It's not when you need encouragement and that person, you go and say, hey, Segun, I'm feeling this way. And Segun goes, Mama, that's how I'm feeling too. How can I help? How can you help me? So you want to have people who can also help you. But the first thing, have a goal, write them down, have a blueprint. How can you go towards it? I want to lose 50 kg in June 2020. I will jog 3 times a day to achieve this, you know? So you want to have that blueprint. And when you're feeling discouraged, go back to it and remember how you will feel when you achieve that goal. It really does help. This person says, how can you create unique online experience for events? Yes, so you want to, first of all, it's important, even when I'm taking on any job, I always ask the client, what are your goals? What do you want to achieve? What are your objectives that you want to achieve with this event or this this job that we're taking on? What does success look like for you? You know, and then you put yourself in the place of the viewer or the customer, the person who is getting that experience. What is it that you can do to place yourself apart from other people, right? So we did a conference, an online conference, right? And I told them, you want to ensure, you know, you want to put a nice background for picture before when the people come. You can have music playing. You can do a short video that has, you know, nice visuals that, you know, maybe tell people about the event. Be there on time, you know, start on time. I'm finished early. It's digital, you know, people don't have time to be there with you forever, right? Always think about the customer or the person, the viewer who's going to consume whatever it is you are creating. When you think about them, you will definitely do, you know, a unique experience. Think of physical, and then how can I bring it to virtual? So you want to look at that, all those things for the people. Ensure that people are comfortable. The technology is not clunky. People are not struggling to experience your event. Once they are struggling to click, they're struggling to sign up, the process is tough. You've asked them jam questions before they will register. You know, make things easy for people. Those are how you can, you know, really make events unique. Add something fresh. Like we did that event, we were able to create, while the event was ongoing, you know, we were getting the quotes from the people, and we were using it to create a template and putting it out again. You know, that was just amazing. And people were able to get a feel of it. And somebody was like, wow, this event, we just finished it. Look at all the quotes. And people were just amazed, you know. So you want to always take a step further. Look at it, even if it has not been done before, go for it, and you can definitely make it happen. Someone says,
fantastic.
How have you handled pressure and major setbacks? Right. Pressure for me, I sort of thrive on pressure. I thrive on pressure. You know, I've been under pressure since we went on lockdown. I went on lockdown before the government put us on lockdown, right? So, but there's good pressure, right? And then there's bad pressure. Once you're becoming, you know, anxious, you want to check it. Once you're becoming anxious and, you know, having heart palpitations and you're feeling stressed, that is not good pressure. You know, so good pressure is putting you in the zone. You're able to work. You want to meet your deadlines. I am a deadline person. You know, oftentimes, you know, I just want to get it done at that time, right? That pressure works for me. I put myself under that, right? However, when there is that bad pressure, sometimes you want to reassess the situation. Is it worth my time? Is it worth the pressure? Do I need to take myself out of this situation? If so, then you have to do that. Setbacks are what it is, you know, but it depends on how you see it. There's something Larry Lushola would always say. Larry Lushola is, you know, the catalyst, the coach. I did my life coaching at the Lushola Larry Coaching Academy, so I would always quote him. He says, the way you see the problem is the problem. So for now, yes, you can see it as a setback or a learning experience or an opportunity for a comeback. So it's really not a setback. It's not failure unless you quit, unless you don't learn from it.
As such.
Setbacks are opportunities for you to learn so that you don't have that again. There's really not so much that we can learn from success. Success is great. You're able to have a model for yourself and know that this is my success model. I can recreate it, right? But failure, you can, if you are thinking, you will create a new experience for yourself. There was a time I was doing something for a client. I've really been very fortunate to not have like those where we do and say these are the things they want to achieve. We usually would achieve or exceed it, right? That was my goal, to exceed expectations. But once I'd done this thing, I'm taking this job, And I saw that we weren't meeting our goals at that point where we were in the middle and we weren't there yet. Ideally, in the middle, we could have finished it and know that before we end it, we would have exceeded our goals. And then I had to go back and recalibrate. And that I learned a lot of lessons from that. From that, I felt bad at first, but I went back to the drawing board and I said, what can we do better? And what is lacking? Setback is data for you to look at it, monitor it, and say, what is it that I didn't do right? What is missing here? What is the missing puzzle? How do I put it back? That is what you should do. Okay. So yeah, that's it. You know, pressure, check it out. What is it? Why are you under pressure? What can you do best? Should I be taking on more jobs? At this time, can I afford to take more jobs? If not, you can say no, right? Sometimes we are putting ourselves under pressure for nothing. Learn to say no. No is a complete sentence. And don't even explain and say, you know, I can't do it right now because it's like this and like that. Set boundaries. Boundaries will help you to deal with pressure. Even for clients that are paying you. For example, I have a client that say, I'm sorry, it's the weekend. I will check it out on Monday. I will read the email and reply on Monday. Okay? So you want to set boundaries, create boundaries, and people will respect you for that. People who cannot respect your boundaries do not deserve to be in your life, do not deserve to be in your business. Okay? When you say no, sometimes when you're able to say no to some things, you will be able to open the doors, open opportunities for more people who should be in your life, for bigger jobs, for bigger people who deserve you. Yeah.
Fantastic, Omawumi. If I leave you, you're going to go on and on and on and on. But I like this comment that was just made down. It says, a setback is data. Mama, I say you don't enter research level, great one. That's from Dr. Wayne. And she also says, setbacks are opportunity for you to learn. I love your explanation about failure. I'm taking those key comments. So when you write your goals down, you partner with the universe to bring it to pass. All right. Lastly, Kes says, well done, Omani. I'm enjoying this. I'm penning down points.
Thank you, Kes. Thank you, Wayne and Andrew.
One thing you said that I love, no is a complete sentence.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain it. You don't have to feel good about it. The person you are telling it to doesn't have to feel good about it. If no is the answer, it is a complete sentence. There is no, comma. That is because of this, that this. No is no. Can you do this? No. I'm emphasizing that because as young people growing up, we live in an age where people take their issues and lump it on you, and it becomes your responsibility. They make their lack of planning your emergency.
Your emergency. I've experienced it a lot. I have been that. You know, last year September I was going for an event and I had this person. I volunteered that I would help. It's me who volunteered that I will help your child because she knew that I am into PR and said, we're doing this thing. Help me. Let's push this person. And I love the idea. I said I would do it for free, you know. However, this person would call me, have you done this? When would you do this? When would you do that? I'm like, what? Madam, this is the thing I said I would do for your child, right? Once that time comes, I would do that. However, all these other things, you know, before I'll be like, I'm sorry, I've not been able to check. Please give me some time. And I was on my way to this event and this person was buzzing. And I found that I was being stressed, dragged from different areas, from different people, you know, and all were free. They weren't paying me. They're not my clients. And I said, do you know what? I'm sorry, I can't do this. You know, simple. And I realized sometimes we just stress ourselves too much. Say, if people who value you, when you tell them, I can't do this just now, they know that you do for them. Like today, before I could come, somebody sent me an article and said, please edit it, right? And it's not part of my deliveries for me to edit it. My only delivery was to put it out, right? To send it to press, to put it in media. I would have loved to do it because I want to put something good out. So I would naturally edit it. But I find that I have deadlines, I have deliverables that I had to do. And I sent to this person and said, I'm so sorry, I can't edit it just now. you guys edit it. This thing needs to be like this, but the document actually needs edit. Okay, edit it and send it back to me. Once it's approved, and I'll put it there. And the person said, okay, no problem. They understood because I drew for them. Okay, but if you don't understand, it's fine. It's also giving you feedback to know the type of people you want to do stuff for, to know the type of people you want to spend your time, the people who you want to expend your energy for. Okay, you just don't spread yourself too thin, especially in this time.
So true, so true, so true. When you mentioned that, it jumped on me because you just have people who believe that everything is working for you, so you should add my own. They should. I should
Yes,
add their own problems to mine, since everything is working for me. I'm like, oh, really? Everyone
yeah,
has their own problems, and they start calling you and buzzing you and buzzing you and buzzing you. And when you say, okay, relax, I'll see what I can do about it. You have just accepted to carry the
that you
problems
do
for
it
them.
for sure. Yes, yes.
So
However,
no,
but we should also, I'm sorry to cut you, but we should, it's not like don't help people. It's very important to help. Please use every opportunity, a favor, especially for someone who can, when people can pay you, but they say, oh, help me do this thing, and you do it for them. Be happy to help. It's important to be able to help because those are opportunities, especially now, right? The people you are helping now, when the world opens up completely, when businesses open completely, they're going to also remember you. Okay, so every opportunity you get to help, please do so. However, know your capacity, know your bandwidth, okay, and be able to not, overstress yourself.
stretch
But
yourself at it.
help, please help. Helping is great, okay? Helping is
Yeah,
great.
well, Henry says when you come to the realization that you cannot save the world, when you are not Jesus, saying no becomes
Yes,
easier.
it does. You can't save the world.
All right. Esther says, please don't say no to me. Oh. I'm sure she's talking to you, Malvin. I'm
Yes.
patiently waiting for you. All right. In wrapping up, my dear sister, Joanne Omawumi Ogbe says, great insight. Thanks, Segun and Omawumi. I want to say a very big thank you to you, Omawumi. You've done so well this evening. I want to let you go because we have
Thank you for
exceeded
having
our
me.
time here. But thank you for accepting to
We
come
are.
and for sharing with us all of these insights. God bless you. And we look forward to working much more better in the nearest future. Thank you for coming out and for sharing your insight. Everyone, please say thank you to
Yes.
Omawumi in the comment section. She will
Thank
see it
you.
right there. And
Thank
you
you,
can
guys.
follow, we can follow you on social media. Please share out your social media handles.
Yes, it's Omawumi at Omawumi O on Instagram. There is no N in my name at Omawumi O. And on
I'm,
Twitter is at Omani
I'm trying
ORMAIN.
at Omawumi. Oh, that's Instagram. I'm trying to
Yes,
put
and
it out so that
Twitter.
people can see.
Okay, and you can follow me on LinkedIn as well, Omawumi Ogbe on LinkedIn. Yeah, no N, just look for me there. And there's this quote that I wrote for a client in 2015, and she loved it so much and she created a quote out of it. I want to read it for us. It says,
Okay.
opportunities are gateways to success and fulfillment, and we must be sensitive enough to maximize them when they open up to us. However, one can't sit there and be waiting. Be determined to create your own chances. So it's no longer, and right, that was 2015. I wrote this thing for this lady, and she loved it so much. She created a design, a graphic with it, and put it quote by Omawumi, right? But
Mm.
now it's very important for us. Do not wait for opportunities to come. You have to create your own opportunities. You have to be sensitive enough, create your own chances, whilst you're doing that, and things are opening up, create your own opportunities to push yourself. Nobody will push you the way you can push yourself. That's my final, words for us. Please be determined. The world is moving fast and we have to move fast with it.
Thank you, thank you. A lot of people are saying thank you. Let me go and see those comments. Adesiwe Bill, it's a great one, girl. A lot to take home. Timothy says many thanks. Esther says great insight. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
your
Esther.
time.
Thank you, guys.
Austin says, one of the things that keeps us happy is knowing when to say no or yes.
Very true, Austin.
Good.
Very true.
Henry says, great time, Omawumi. Thanks.
Henry, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, you remember Henry? Yes, you remember
For
Henry.
sure. Henry's my personal person.
And that's Ogeneguma Fable right there.
Ogeneguma, great guy. Always very enthusiastic guy. On Facebook, I see you.
And also, Austin
thank you, guys.
says,
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Lucky says,
thank
thanks.
You.
I just want to run to the comments so that you see that people were actually listening and saying thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us.
All right.
This was supposed to be a 30-minute session, and we did 55 minutes, guys.
It's almost 1 hour now.
I know. And it doesn't feel like it.
You must have been sharing insights for people to stay on and wait for 1 hour, most definitely. If you were not sharing something that appealed or was reasonable to them, they wouldn't have stayed up until this time. And for that, I want to say thank you on behalf of all of us at Conversations with Segun. Thank you for joining the conversations tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I look forward to having you. Everyone, please go and follow Omawumi on IG at Omawumi O. Follow her. From there, you can connect to every other platform. But on Instagram, she's at Omawumi. That's the handle right there at the screen. Yeah. Thank you, Omawumi, for coming out. Do have
Thank
a
you so
night.
much, guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Vivian, Andrew, Joan, Edesiwe, Ogenegoma, everybody. Thank you, guys. Good night. Good night.
Have a wonderful night. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching tonight. Omawumi shared a lot of insight. Please do go and follow our IG handle at Omawumi O. All right. If you have not already liked this page, for those of us watching from Facebook, please do like the page. You will get updates when we are going live. Also, if you are watching on YouTube, please do subscribe to the channel. From there, you will get updates anytime we are going live. Don't forget, every Tuesday night is a night where we have conversations. Next Tuesday will not be out. We also have another guy, Siambola Adegoke. He used to be a banker and he moved across the banking scene. Now he has moved to something new. He'll be here with us next Tuesday, 8 p.m. That is why you need to like this page and subscribe to this channel so that once we go on, you will see us live there. Please, if you enjoyed what you watched today, don't forget to also share in your stream. You can now start a watch party. Start a watch party, everyone, as you are going on. Have a wonderful night, but don't also forget that Thursday night, I'll be here with Dr. Rikoa Origoye on Thursday night for Everything Worry. That's our other flagship program. Everything Worry happens Thursday night, same time. I look forward to seeing you next Thursday and also next Tuesday. Have a wonderful night. Ciao. My name is Segun Manuel.